Good morning. How are you guys? Happy Sunday. So if you're just tuning in, sorry, I am 5 minutes late. Ooh, we are 5 minutes late. So it's going to go to 9:50 instead of 9:45. We are doing a Vinyasa class. So that is flow. So Vinyasa in Sanskrit means flow, Flow. So we're going to link the breath and the physical movement together. Sorry, behind the scenes. Okay, we'll give you guys a minute to arrive. Can everybody hear me? It's just a slight fear that maybe my microphone might not be connected. Instagram, you guys can hear me okay? All right, good. I just want to say also thank you. You guys, we've been doing this, I think, for 14 weeks. Wow, that's a really long time. And it's been pretty awesome. And even in light of things starting to open, which is pretty exciting, yoga studios, depending on where you're at, are starting to open up cautiously with, safety measures put in place. Even though they are opening and eventually we will move into studios to start teaching, we're going to keep this class going because it has been I've really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've really appreciated the donations to you guys. I don't know if I've really addressed that, but the donations have blown my mind. When you offer a free class and then people go out of their way to donate, it really warms my heart. It really does. It makes it that extra special. So, all right, guys. Like I said, we're doing a Vinyasa class. We are going to start lying down on the back. I am going to stay seated. I have a microphone pack behind me, and sometimes if I lay down, it turns off. So I'm going to have you guys lay all the way down on the back. So I'll kind of show you a little bit if you need instructions on how to lie down. We're going to lie all the way down, hello panda, on the back. So get in like a comfortable space. Allow the hands to come to the sides, kind of slide the shoulder blades down the back. And then close the eyes. And then take a big deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, side out the mouth. And do that again. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. So if you're just joining us, we are lying down. I'm actually going to lie down with you guys. I'm just going to move this. So we're lying down on the back in the shape of Shavasana here. And then we're going to go through it's like a progressive release of the muscles here. So we're going to tighten up the muscles a little bit, bring awareness into that space, and with an exhale, soften the space. So starting with the feet. Maybe just start to point the toes, or maybe just really bring some awareness into that space, bring some tension into it. Really tighten up the toes, the feet. Take a big deep breath in. As you exhale, soften the feet. And then bring awareness into the calf muscles. This might mean you flex the feet a little bit to bring awareness. Or again, point the feet. Start to tighten up the calf muscles. Maybe you feel this engagement through the quads. So really through the legs in general, start to really engage the muscles. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale. Release that space. Allow the legs to soften. Maybe the feet splay. And then bring this awareness into the belly. Draw the belly in, start to really engage the abdomen, pulling belly to spine, really engage all of those muscles, activate that space. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, let it go out, soften the belly. Take the awareness into the hands. So we're going to make a fist with the hands. So pressing the fingertips into the palms, squeeze the fist really tight here. Maybe you start to feel this in the forearms as well. You'd really tense it up that space, engage the muscles. Hang on to this space, big deep breath in. Exhale, soften, open the hands. Bring the awareness into the upper arms here, so the biceps and triceps. Maybe you engage the hands as well, but really see if you can get the muscles to hug the bones. Maybe you press the elbows down into the mat, engage this space. We really activate it in the idea of maybe tension as well, but this is tension in a very thoughtful way. Really hold on to that space of activation of the muscles. Big breath in. Exhale, soften, side out the mouth, release. Bringing the awareness into the face here. So we're going to furrow the brows, clench the jaw if that feels okay. Maybe tighten the tongue. Maybe pressing the tongue into the roof of the mouth. Really kind of screw up the face here. Tight, tight, tight. Big breath in. Exhale, soften, open the mouth. And then just pause here in that released space. So hopefully we have released some tension throughout the body, and then just start to lengthen the inhales and the exhales. Drawing this prana in through the body, in through the nose, and out through the nose. Really mindfully, really consciously drawing that breath in, guiding it in and expanding the body wide, maybe feeling the back of the heart and the back of the ribs expand and pressing down into the mat as this breath wraps around to come and fill front body on the inhales. And feeling that soft release, that gentle pull down of the belly, guiding the breath out. And just become aware of maybe any areas still of tension that you might be hanging on to. Any areas that the breath might be detouring around. And see if you can invite this prana, this energy, to spread through the whole body. So from fingertips to toes to crown of the head. So getting ready, kind of preparing the body for this Ujjayi breath with those conscious inhales and exhales. Maybe notice the slight constriction of the back of the throat. Maybe you're already in Ujjayi breath. So if you're in Ujjayi breath, really slight constriction of the back of the throat, conscious awareness in the breath, both inhales and exhales. Give yourself a moment to observe your space here, maybe allowing intention for practice to find you. So knowing that with great, sorry, I'm distracted. So what I was saying was knowing that with every practice, there's great purpose behind this. So finding an intention for each practice beyond just the physical movement. So maybe that is something that is easily found in your moment. Maybe you have to search, dig a little bit deeper. And really with that Ujjayi breath, allow the intention to move through the whole body. Good, take an inhale, bring both knees into the chest, wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a squeeze. Forehead to the knees, maybe if that feels comfortable. Release the shoulders down to the mat, extend left leg straight down to the mat. We're going to stick the right leg, so we're staying in the supine position. Stick the right leg straight up in the air. And think maybe foot, knee, hip all in line. And just take a hold of the leg however is comfortable, maybe underneath the hamstring. If you can reach your peace fingers up to grab your big toe without reaching too far forward with the shoulder, slide the shoulder back down to the mat and just pause here. Maybe left hand to the hip, you can extend the left arm out, keeping an even, balanced space in the hips. Good, take a breath here. And then exhale, we're going to open the leg out to the right. So I have something in the way. So if you don't have anything in the way, maybe I'll move. You might want to adjust so you can open the legs to your degree. Maybe you use the wall as a support here. So open that leg out to the right. Again, taking the left hand maybe to the hip. Maybe you open it. Maybe you look to the left. Gently opening up the hamstrings here and the hips. If you find that you can open the legs all the way, you can still hang on to this, or you can support with the elbow down to the mat, hand underneath the knee. Good. Take an inhale, bring that leg back up. We're going to switch the hand. So take the hand, left hand to the leg now. Maybe that peace finger clasp, but only if you're not reaching too far, right? Shoulders back, and then cross the leg over the body here. Keep that left leg activated. Maybe right arm reaches out. Maybe you look over the right shoulder. And keep that breath flowing. If you feel like the breath starts to catch, just observe maybe where it's catching. And then really consciously try to breathe, really mindfully try to breathe into that space. Good. Come back up to center. Take that leg back up. Left hand down. Reach the right arm back up. Grab a hold of the outside of the foot. I'm going to do, it's half happy baby. So Ardha Ananda Balasana. You're going to guide the knee towards the armpit space. So grab a hold maybe of the outside of the foot or underneath the knee. Grab it. Draw it down gently. Knee towards right shoulder. Maybe right armpit space. Left hand can rest on the hip. Maybe out to the side. Keep the left leg active, so flexing the foot, toes up. Gonna take one more breath here. Exhale, let it out. Gonna draw both knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. Extend both feet to the ceiling. Flex the feet. Maybe you reach up. Good. Draw the knees back in. Keep a hold of the left knee. Extend right leg out to the mat. And then extend left leg straight to the ceiling. Grab a hold of underneath the knee. Maybe peace fingers to the big toe. Not like this. Down all the way. So without overextending this left shoulder. Guiding the breath in and out. Right leg is active. Take a big breath here. As you exhale, now open up the leg to the left side. So if there's no obstructions here, maybe you find that this easily opens to the left. Maybe elbow comes to the ground. Right hand can come to the right hip. This is encouraging that open space. Maybe you open it out. Maybe you look over that right shoulder. Good. Inhale, bring the leg back up. Reach up with that right arm to grab it. Left arm goes out to the side. Draw the leg over to the right side. Maybe it goes further than mine if you do not have a wall in the way. Look over that left shoulder. Keep that right leg active. Sometimes it's nice to have surprise props. So a wall, a couch, a human that's next to you if they allow. Good. Inhale, bring the leg straight back up here. Reach up with the left arm. Half happy baby. So we bend the knee in towards the left armpit space. If it's not feasible for you to grab this outer edge of the left foot, take the left hand underneath the left knee. Go. So guiding the knee towards the armpit or towards the shoulder. The right leg is active. Breath is deep. Good. Inhale, bring both knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a squeeze, forehead to knees. And then extend back into that Shavasana space here. Take the arms down to the sides. Draw belly in. Give a gentle lift, half Navasana, Ardha Navasana. So we're lifting both ends of the body just like 2 inches from the ground. This is really hard. Draw the belly in. Observe any shaking that might be happening. Good, belly is engaged. Allow that warmth to start to feel. Inhale, come up to boat pose, Navasana. Your variation of boat can be any version from here to all the way up. Ooh, you can keep it lifted. Good. Think of sitting forward, keeping the heart lifted, belly draws in. Knees are together. And allowing some tapas to start to build. So tapas is internal heat. This is what gets our practice moving. This internal heat starts to burn away garbage, if you will, or kind of make space for things that we no longer need, and allows for a little clearer perspective. Inhale, reach the arms up really tall. Good, keep breathing here. Good, big breath, let it lift. Good, exhale. We're going to cross the ankles. I'm going to stick that battery pack. Cross at the ankles. We're going to do like a moving vinyasa. So we're going to cross at the ankles, come up and over. Step it back to chaturanga, if you will. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take an inhale, press down into your palms. Exhale, bend the knees, stepping to the top of the mat. Good, toes and heels together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hold your space here. So allowing the head to relax. Shifting so the heels and the hips are in line. Let the arms just hang, maybe crossing elbow to elbow. Release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Lift up half flat back. And again, exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. You can bend the knees here if you need really deep, or if you need this in your hamstrings, straighten the legs. Good, inhale, lift up half flat. Reaching forward through the crown of the head. Exhale, Uttanasana. Good, from the feet ground, inhale, lift all the way up. Reach the arms tall. Good, engage through the arms. Draw belly in. Good, big breath. Exhale, forward fold. Again, Uttanasana. Good, inhale, lift, half flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. We're stepping back to plank here. Top of the push-up space, shoulders above the wrist. Spread the hands out really wide. And then press the ground away from you. Good, plug in through belly. So we want the bottom to be level here and not sticking up, so we're one really straight piece. Reach the heels straight back behind. And then plug into this heat. Allow, again, that energy, that tapas to build. If you need your knees, why would you not use them? Use them. Good, keep breathing into this space. Don't hold the breath. Good, take a big breath here. Exhale, shift forward a little bit. As you exhale, bend the elbows straight back behind. We're going to lower all the way down. Good, untuck the toes. Slide the hands so they're underneath. Move back. Underneath here. And then inhale, lift up through the heart. Keep your pelvis on the ground, Bhujangasana Cobra. Good, allow the elbows to draw towards one another. The shoulder blades come closer together. Belly pulls forward, heart lifts up and open. Good, big breath. Good, exhale, maybe you drop the forehead back to the mat, tuck the toes, lift it up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, pause here, press down evenly through the hands, through the feet. Looking back at the feet, making sure they're on straight here. Good, take an inhale, press down. Exhale, step. You can float. If you like to float, it's not a jump, it's not a springing, well, it's a little springing forward, but be mindful of it if you float. Bend the knees, look forward. You can float. to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach it all the way up, lift the arms tall. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, lift up half flat back. Exhale, plant the knees down to the mat. You can float back through chaturanga. I guess I'll show you this. So if you float back, don't land in plank. You want to land in bent elbows. You press the palms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the heart. Pause here, let the heart open. Good, big breath. Good, exhale, down dog. Good. So this is sun salutation A. Take an inhale here, press. Exhale, step or float. Good, to the top. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach tall all the way up. Maybe you open the heart here. Exhale, good, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift half flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. If you liked that float back, feel free. Otherwise, step back to plank. Bend the elbows, lower through. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Good. Take an inhale, press down. Exhale, bend the knees. You can step if you liked the float forward. Otherwise, step the feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, bend the knees. Come up to chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. The arms can stay lifted, or the hands can come maybe to heart center here. Maybe looking down at the feet, bringing the toes together. Big toes touch. Inner edges of the feet touch. Bend the knees deep, reach the arms. Again, if that is your go-to, maybe hands come down. And then breathe into this spot. So when studios start to open and we see each other in real life, we have a little more time together. We usually hold chair for about 5 minutes. And if that sounds ridiculous or just too hard, try it. Maybe not right now. But it really gets us into the space where we can focus on the breath and on the mental concentration while we're in a physically challenging pose. So we find this spot of effort and effortlessness. So I'm balancing right on that edge. Good. Take a big breath. That wasn't 5 minutes, like I said. You'll have to wait for that. Big breath. Exhale, fold forward. And take an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. You can step back to plank. You can float through chaturanga. Inhale, lift, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pause here. Observe the breath. If you have to catch your breath, you might want to slow down physically. So keeping that prana moving. Good. Inhale, reach the right leg straight back behind. Keep the tailbone straight, so level out the hips. Reach the lifted foot to the back of the room. Left heel comes down. Good. Even through the shoulder girdle, so shoulders are level, hands are level. Big breath. Exhale. Bring the foot through between the hands. Right knee above right ankle, ground the back foot. Inhale, lift to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Good. You can modify this with the knee down at any point. If you'd like it straight leg, really think of pointing the toes to the front left corner of the mat. Front right toes are straight. And then the hips square to the front of the room. Left hip forward, right hip back. Draw belly in. Arms are lifted. Big breath here. Exhale, take the hands down. You can skip plank and go to down dog or through chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg straight back behind. Level tailbone, level shoulders. Reaching leg lifted straight back, right heel down. Big breath here. Exhale. Foot through between the hands. Ground your back foot. Inhale, lift up. Square the hips. Good, arms reaching tall, bellies in. Observe your breath here. So we want the breath to guide the movement and not the other way around. Good, big breath. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back to plank through chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good, pause here. Check in. Good, take an inhale, press. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Good, inhale, lift up, half flat. Exhale, fold forward. Good, inhale, bend the knees, come back to chair pose. We don't hold this for as long, second time through. So for a moment, knees together, feet together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Good, inhale, lift, half flat. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back or float through. One straight piece to lower, so really engaged. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Good, inhale, right leg straight back behind. Exhale, bring it through. Back foot plants. Inhale, lift. Good, big breath here. Exhale, hands down. Plank pose, lower through. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg straight back. Exhale, bring the foot through. Ground your back foot. Inhale, lift tall. Good, big breath here. Stay with me. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Plank pose, lower through, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Drop the knees. Tailbone to the heels. We'll find child's pose. Good, balasana, child's pose. Just check in with your space. So sometimes in vinyasa we move. It doesn't always have to go faster, but a lot of times in vinyasa the pace is a little quicker. So it could be a surprise to your body and to your breath control, right? So ujjayi is a controlled breath space. And if we're moving beyond our physical capacity or just what we're not used to, then the ujjayi starts to stagger, right? And then without really knowing it, getting caught up in it, we can lose the flow, right? We lose the vinyasa. So doing what you need to do to come back into the breath. And doing what you need to do to come back to your intention, finding the purpose in your practice. So adding the intention moves the practice from beyond the physical space sometimes. So knowing that yoga is not just the physical, right? The 8 limbs of yoga can start to weave into our practice, the pranayama, the meditation, the asana. So with the intention and the breath, and then adding the physical, reach the arms straight out. Good, inhale, let's come up onto all fours here, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. That mindful awareness in the body, in the breath. Take an inhale, press. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Good, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees again, coming to chair pose. I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see me. Bend the knees deep, come down into chair pose like we just were. But this time, we're going to reach the right leg straight out in front. If this does not work for you, that is fine, right? You can just bend the knee. Good, from this space, we're going to wrap this foot once, maybe twice. So we're coming into eagle pose, Garudasana. If this is not feasible for you, just undo this space, bend deep. Maybe you do this, right? Find what works with the legs, reach the arms out. We're going to take the right arm underneath once, maybe twice. And then check out the space with the hands. So the elbows move away from the chest, fingers go straight, and we move back to this side. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. Sit pretty deep if you can here with the bottom, so knees deep. Breathe into that space. Go take one more breath. Straighten both legs. Keep the arms bound. Reach that right foot forward. Good, take an inhale, let it lift. Exhale. We're going to slowly sweep the leg back. Coming into warrior 3. Good, Virabhadrasana 3. With this Garandasana arm, if that works for you. If not, hands can come down to the mat. So really find what works. See if you can level out the hips. Reach that lifted leg straight back behind. Take a breath. Good, exhale, undo the hands. Take the left hand down to the mat. Open it up. If you're by a wall, good for you. You have support. Ardha Chandrasana, reach the right arm up. I'm going to move. Well, maybe I won't. Good, right arm reaches. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling. Maybe you find that this left hand doesn't need to plant. Maybe it does. Good, really strong in this leg here. Big breath. Exhale, bend this leg. We're going to float it back. Warrior 2. Move here. Good, so warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Expand wide through the arms. Left knee above the left ankle, reach really wide. Big breath. Good. Exhale, lift the left arm up. Bend your elbow. Reach this arm down and around. See if you can find a clasp. If this does not work, you can do this. Good. Take a breath here. And exhale, reverse. Open up the heart. If you can, keep the left knee bent. Good. Inhale back here, open wide. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat, step back to plank, and then roll to the right side. We're going to stack the hips. You can drop the right knee down if you want. Stack the hips, shoulder above wrist, Vashisthasana, left arm. Reaches tall. Maybe it reaches overhead. Maybe you look up. Maybe you don't do this at all. Good, big breath. Exhale, back to plank. Lower through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Ooh. So there's our sequence. Good, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Good, take an inhale, press down. Exhale, step or float to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees deep. Come back up to chair. And then coming into eagle pose, I'll show you from the side this time. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Wrap it once, maybe twice. If you can, square the hips. Get the knees to go forward instead of sideways. Good. Arms go wide. Left under right once, maybe twice. See if you can get the elbows, instead of hugging really close down to the chest, to lift. Fingers lift. Big breath. Sit in the spot for a moment. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Right leg or left leg goes forward. And then slowly coming into warrior 3 with this bound space in the arms, Garandasana. Left hip drops in. Torso reaches forward. Good. Take a big breath with concentration. Exhale. Undo the arms, so right arm down. Start to open the hips. Ardha Chandrasana, left arm up. Good. Instead of sinking into that grounded arm, see if you can lift up out of it. Maybe it doesn't have to touch. Maybe that's absurd, right? You just know what works for your space. Big breath. Exhale, bend the standing leg. float it back. Warrior 2. Good. Right knee above the ankle, back foot parallel with the back of the mat, arms really wide. Good. Reach the right arm up, bend the elbow. Take this left arm down and around. Maybe you can find a bind here. So Gomukhasana arms. Take a breath. Exhale into a little bit of a back bend here. Reverse your space. Good. Inhale back up. Open the arms wide. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. We'll come into Vashisthasana on the side, left side. So you roll left. Right arm reaches, feet stack. Maybe you do one of these. Maybe you do one of these. Maybe the knee is down. Arm overhead. You have options. Wherever you chose, hold your space. Big breath. Exhale. Back to plank, lower through, slow and controlled here. So this is a challenging vinyasa here. Tuck the toes, down dog. Good, pause here in down dog. So this is pretty physically challenging. Just be mindful of any modifications that you need to take. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. We'll step or float to the top of your mat. Toes and heels together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Good, bend the knees deep again. Back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit deep. Good, guide the breath in and out. Good, inhale, reach the right leg. Wrap it once, maybe twice. Arms open wide. Right comes underneath once, maybe twice. Elbows away from the chest. Sit deep here. Inhale, straighten both legs. Right leg reaches, big breath. Exhale, this is a transitional space here, so being mindful of the movement. Warrior 3. Good, take a breath. Exhale, undo the arms if they're wrapped. Left arm down, right arm reaches. Good, big breath. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale, float it back, Warrior 2. Good, Virabhadrasana 2. And adjust from wherever you land, right? Arms go wide, big breath. Left arm up, right arm down. Find a bind if you would like. Inhale, open. Exhale, open the arms. Windmill the hands down, step it back to plank. Shift into side plank, Vashisthasana. Your variation here. Right, we've got a lot of options. Good, big breath. Exhale, back to plank. Lower through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Good, take an inhale, press. Are you guys getting sweaty? Exhale, step or float to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. A chair pose again, Utkatasana. Maybe you stay in Utkatasana and don't do anything else. Maybe left leg lifts, wraps once, maybe twice. Arms go wide if you have the space. Left arm under once or twice. Sit deep here. Good, inhale, straighten both legs. Left leg goes forward. Slowly transition here. Left leg goes beyond the right and behind. Garudasana. Arms. Good, in Warrior 3. Good, big breath. Exhale, undo the wrap. Arm down, left arm up. If the hips can stack, stack the hips. Press your big toe down in your front foot. It's super helpful. Good, maybe you gaze up, maybe you don't. Maybe the bottom arm lifts. Big breath. Exhale, float it back. So bend this right knee. Float it back, warrior two. It's all right if it doesn't go well. Good, arms go wide here. Right arm up, left arm behind you. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, come back up. Windmill the hands down. Good, step back to plank. Roll left, Vashisthasana. Good, maybe the knee drops. Good, big breath here. Exhale, both hands down. You can use the knees this whole way, right? Bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Down dog. Again, drop the knees down. Tailbone towards the heels. Find child's pose, Balasana. Adjust my mat here. Catch your breath. If it is trying to escape you. So knowing that this is, again, a change in pace from what we've been doing. So without the expectation of where you think the body should be or how the breath should be, and just kind of evaluating the moment or experiencing the moment, being mindful of where you place the body and where it needs to be so your practice is suited to meet your needs in the moment. If you are practicing awareness, if we're kind of just going through it because we think it should look a certain way, then it's not going to be mindful. It's going to be messy. Yoga is messy in general, but it's a good messy in awareness. But if we're just not, you know what I mean? If you're not being mindful, it gets out of control messy. Friends, we're going to do that one more time. I can hear you all laughing, rolling your eyes, cheering. I'm not sure. All right, get up into downward facing dog. Chaturanga optional, remember? Tuck the toes, downward facing. Good, take an inhale, press. Exhale, step, maybe you float to the top. Inhale, half flat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend the knees deep. We'll move just a little quicker here. So feel that connection. Right leg lifts, wraps once, maybe twice. Right arm under, once, maybe twice. Big breath here. Exhale, straighten, reach the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Good, inhale here. Exhale, open, left arm down, right arm up. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale, transition, warrior two. Arms wide. Good, take an inhale. Find that bind. Open it up. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Maybe you skipped this spot. Maybe you really like it. Vashisthasana. Inhale here. Exhale, plank with control, with awareness and mindfulness, maybe chaturanga. Inhale, listen to your breath. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, step or float to the top. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Last time through, bend the knees. Inhale, lift left leg. Wrap it once, maybe twice. Left arm under once, maybe twice. Eagle pose, Garandasana. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Warrior three, left leg goes back. Take one inhale here. Exhale, open wide, right arm down. Left arm lifts. Sometimes it goes better the third time. Sometimes we're tired. Mula Bandha engage, big breath. Exhale, bend the knee, float it back. Warrior two. Good, right arm up, left arm down. Maybe you omit this part. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, open arms wide, step it back. Vashisthasana, plank, roll left. Inhale. Exhale, lower through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Drop the knees. Have a seat on the heels. Close the eyes. Flip the palms to face up. We're going to place left on top of right. Tips of the fingers come together. Notice how when you start to take control of the breath, the heart rate starts to change. Maybe you feel the temperature in the body shift a little bit. So with the eyes closed and the breath deep. And coming back to intention. So I think it's Iyengar who says that without the control of the breath, or without the mindfulness, this is a summary of this quote, but if we're not practicing our yoga with a space of awareness, then it just becomes calisthenics. So it's just, it's a workout. And yoga is a work in, right? We practice from the inside out. So open up the eyes. We're going to extend the feet straight forward. So you can cross the ankles, extend, shift the feet straight forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. So we hinge at the hip here and reach forward. Instead of rounding the back here, see if you can lead from the heart. So we think in this order, belly, maybe chest, maybe chin. It does not have to happen like that. Right? You can sit straight up. You can sit like this. So your variation of Paschimottanasana, east-west stretch, shoulders down the back. Again, if you find that you can come all the way down, making sure that we're not rounding the back, but that we're lengthening forward, right? And then become comfortable in here. If you need more, reach the hands around. If you need more, reach right hand around left wrist, right? And breathe. Good. Inhale, come up to straight. We're almost done. It's hard to stay on time. I hope you guys are okay with that. You can be. Good for you. You can be, because you can just turn me off. Please don't. But if you need to, feel free. Take the hands to the sides. We're going to take the hands, so not by the butt or not by the bottom, but like 6 inches in front maybe. You're going to lean a little forward. All right, and then you're going to press your hands down like you are an Olympic platform diver. Engage Mula Bandha. This is your pelvic muscle. So it's the engagement and the lifting up of Mula Bandha, and then this muscle right in those, it's so right above the belly button, Uddiyana Bandha, lifting upward. So engaging those bits, those pieces, press down into the palms. You're going to see if you can lift your bottom away from the mat. Any amount, right? So it's a pulling backwards, a lifting up. Now lift right foot. Any amount. Put it back down. Keep lifting. Lift left foot. Any amount. It's so hard. Good. If you can, lift both feet. I can't do it. Big breath. Exhale, have a seat. Inhale, reach tall again. Exhale. Paschimottanasana. Big breath in. Exhale. Good. Slowly bring it up to straight. And bring the soles of the feet together. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Hi, sweet pea. Every day is Mother's Day. Thank you so much. Big breath in. Oh. Exhale. Fold it forward. Baddha Konasana. Thank you so much, sweet pea. Then sitting up straight. And we're going to roll down onto the back. So moving anything out of the way. Coming down onto the back. And drawing the knees into the chest. Take the arms out wide. Drop the knees over to the left and look to the right. Or opposite. Drop the knees to the left, look to the... Who knows? Do the opposite. Look one way and drop your knees to the other. Release any tension that you might feel here. And bring the knees into center. So the knees are coming to my left and I'm looking to my right. Come back to center. Give yourself a squeeze, forehead to the knees. And then extending all the way down. Don't skip this part. Shavasana. So we're coming in the same way we started. Legs to the edges of the mat. Maybe you have distractions going around in your house or around you. Maybe your animals are near you. Your kids are near you. See if you can just stay in this moment just briefly here. Close the eyes. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, let it go out. And again, big deep breath in. Exhale, let it go out. Do that again. Big deep breath in. Exhale, let it go out. And then release into the space of Shavasana for a moment without letting the mind wander, finding this kind of this integration of the entire practice as it just kind of bundles itself into this one space. Releasing any controlled breath, releasing any thoughts. And if we're feeling any sort of distractions internally, externally, knowing that we kind of we just have the ability to control this space here. Just for, again, another breath, another moment. Or maybe releasing the sense of control, maybe just allowing ourselves to be and exist amongst whatever is happening. And then gently rolling to the right side. Wiggle fingers and toes. I'm going to roll to the left. You guys roll right. Allow the hands to help you up. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. Sorry we went a little over. We're going to end practice together. We're going to end practice with an Om. Sit up really tall. And lift the palms to face up. Just pausing here for a moment, maybe to collect yourself, maybe to release that sense of control that might have started to creep in through the practice. The urge to manipulate things that are going on around us, or, just the sense of moving off of our mat, moving on with our day. So stay here for a moment. Good. And then we'll Om together. So sitting tall through the belly, letting the heart lift. Take an inhale in through the nose. And taking hands to heart center, allowing the heart to lift, pressing palms. Walk with grace and gratitude. Namaste. Shanti, Shanti, peace. My friends, thank you guys for coming. Like I said, I really appreciate this. This has been amazing. I am excited to keep continuing this, and thank you so much for the unexpected donations. Like I said, when a free class is out there, it's really amazing to see the support. I really, really appreciate your donations. It's not necessary. You don't need to ever give me a dime, but I am very blessed and happy when you do. You guys have a great, great Sunday. I will see you next week. Good job. That was hard.